Okay.
Yep, it's recording.
Hey, party people. So
Woohoo!
exciting. Nice to be mindset water bottle, Jen. I like it. And Jessica, everybody, hold them up. Um, yes, good job. Look at you guys. It's water. It's water, Angie. It's good. Um, okay, so we are gonna kick this call off with a few of our newer coaches who went to Summit for the very first time, sharing about their biggest takeaways. So for those of you that weren't at Summit, you get to hear just how awesome it was and why you should make sure you're there next year. So, Joe, you come first in the line. Sorry, just the way my computer did it. Wants you to go first.
No problem. I guess the couple of the biggest takeaways was one, I almost didn't go. I got really, really, really close to Becky's house and almost chickened out and turned around and went home, which is about an hour and a half away from my house. Simply nerves, talking myself out of it. But I'm glad I went because one, now I know Monica, Becky, Jessica, and Jen, and Jesselyn a lot better. So I don't the fear isn't there anymore. The biggest takeaway I got, I think, out of everything, is the small things add up. The daily little things that you do has big results. And so I heard that over and over and over in many different ways. So I'd say that was the biggest takeaway I got. Besides the community and how everybody is so willing and helpful, I can't really put it into words how huge the community is and the support that you feel when you're there. I don't know how to explain it because it's one thing to hear it, and I always heard Becky and Jen and saw how they related with each other on screen, but now I get it. It's not just them saying it and saying, yeah, you should come. It's I felt it and I experienced it, so I get it. And that's how the whole Beachbody community really is, it felt like. So, and I just learned a ton. I just, not intentionally either, just in conversations and everything. So I feel like I could go on and on and on and on because it just, as I go, the more I think about. But yeah, so there's a lot of things I walked away with.
I'm literally getting tears in my eyes because that is exactly what I want our team to be, is a group of women who love on each other regardless of anything. And I want our team, and I think that's what Beachbody is. We are Team Beachbody, right? It doesn't matter what team we're on. Jessica and Monica are on sideline teams, but yet we all work together and we all help each other and we all love each other and encourage each other. And I'm so glad and grateful and thankful and all those goosebumpy words. I don't know, can you see them? But just that you got to experience that, because you're right. you hear about it, but you're like, yeah, it can't be that great, right? Because I'm going to just go back home. So anyways, thanks for sharing, Joe. I'm really, really thankful that you got to experience that. And yeah. All right.
Well, thank you all four of you. You were amazing. It was a really neat experience. So I appreciate everything you guys did.
Wow. We just showed up and it was fun to hang out with you. So.
And the fact that Joe is going to go back to Summit next year after spending 4 or 5 days with crazy me in a hotel room, that says how much fun she had. That's not easy.
Basically, it was like she was rooming with a married couple by rooming with Becky and I. So don't worry, we have husbands that we love. But all right, Jesselyn, you're next.
All right. So what? I'm supposed to say kind of what I took away from it, right? Okay. My biggest thing is, I'm so glad I went because it was just to be around all these other coaches and to meet some of you guys in person was just awesome. You just feel like these were my people, and here I am surrounded by all my people, and it was great. I really learned a lot more about the Beachbody products and all the great things that they have, and there's these new programs coming out, and it was just exciting to hear all of this. The one thing I was really, really excited about was for 2B Mindset. They're going to have where you can have a certification, a class you can take to be more knowledgeable of it. And I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I went to college to be a nutritionist, and I have a nutrition degree, and I haven't done anything with it in years. And so to me, it was just so exciting that this is something I can do. It's like an outlet, a way I can use my knowledge and everything. So I also learned a lot more, just kind of how to kind of grow my business. They did a lot of things with like Instagram and Facebook. And so that was really helpful, because I'm kind of stuck at this point where I didn't know where to go and how to move forward. So, yeah. And then I kind of overcame something too, kind of what sort of like Joanne was, we had the morning workout at 6 a.m. They were all up getting ready, and I was just like, it was a little after 5, and I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm not going to do it. It's around a bunch of people, which I don't like to do. And I pulled myself out of bed. I went, and it was the most amazing experience ever. So I'm proud of myself for doing that. So, yeah. So, and I'm planning to go back next year too, even though I roomed with Jen and Becky. They're great. We're messy.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Even though you roomed with us, you're going back. It's okay. It's legit. It's legit.
Yeah, yes, you did. You meant every word of it, and we still love you because it's true.
No, I still love you too.
You guys are funny. Well, the third J that came along with us, Jacqueline, is she jumping on, Jessica, or do you know? Okay, no worries. Okay, so you heard some great things about Summit. So raise your hand if you have your ticket for next year. Okay, so there's 4 of us who have it. And then there's 4 plus a lot of black that I don't see. Joanna, why don't I get to see your face? I want to see your face. Anyways, the tickets until July 9th are $130, which is nothing for what you get from this long weekend. So anybody who buys their ticket by July 9th, we're going to put your names in a hat, and we're going to get you some sweet swag if your name gets picked out of that hat or bowl or hand, whatever or the wheel we spin, however we do it.
Yeah, and I'm going to change it to July 8th simply because July 9th is a Monday. And if you're going to do it, give yourself a gift and get it done on the weekend. And 7/8 is my birthday. So y'all need to buy your tickets for my birthday.
Okay, so by July 8th, you have to buy your ticket. $130. If you want a refundable, transferable ticket, it's $180. The $130 one, not transferable, not refundable. So if you want that safety net of, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going to happen in the next year, that's fair. Get the $180 ticket, and there are always people that you can
sell it to or transfer it to.
Sell it to. But we're going to put our 4 names in that hat. So you better get your name in that hat, or I might just pick my own. Okay. So we were just going to kind of go through a quick, here's what's happening in the calendar of Beachbody that we know of, that we learned at Summit. The first thing has nothing to do with what we learned at Summit, but this Friday, we are starting a free Water Plus wellness group. I don't know why I put it in quotes, but it's just going to be a quick 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Becky and I are running that. You are all welcome to add people to it. Becky put the link in our team page, so you can just add your people to it. You can just add yourself to it and glean from it and run your own if you would like. But our basic plan is Friday, we're gonna do a little intro on Thursday. Friday, we're gonna talk about the importance of water, how to drink more water, how much water, water. Then the plus comes after that. On Saturday, we're going to talk about Saturday and Sunday, we're going to talk about the 2 things that one of the Summit speakers talked about, how you can add more joy, happiness into your life. So 2 practices that will bring you more joy. And so we're going to encourage people. Hey, Jacqueline, we're going to encourage people to do those 2 things. And they're really things that are encouraged to be done for 21 days straight to really see the effects. But we're just going to introduce those to people and then encourage them to do those on their own. So that'll be intro Thursday. So if you have people, add them in on Thursday, and then it will run Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So does anybody have any questions? I'm trying to go really fast because there's so many things we want to talk about.
Yeah, and we just want you guys to use this as an opportunity, because what we do as coaches is we don't sell stuff, we share and add value. And so we want to build trust with people and show them that we actually care about them. We put our heart into these groups. And so this is a great way, especially if you're a newer coach or jumping back in coach or don't really know. If you don't know how to do a call to action post on your page, Jen has done hers already. I have done mine. Go and take some of our wording, make it your own. You can do an image of yourself by water, whatever. You have nothing to lose but to bless people by this. And so we want to just kind of a way to build trust with people and help them see what it is that we do in our group. So feel free to do that.
Yep. Okay.
Questions?
Oh, sorry.
Everybody okay? Everybody good?
Yeah. Okay. So some of the things that we heard about at Summit that are new programs, new things that are happening in the next like 6-ish months. So Lift 4, officially, if you bought the VIP early access, or if your customers bought it, that will be in their Beachbody On Demand library as of July 16th. But as a team, well, whoever wants to, we are starting our Lift 4 group on July 9th so that we can have a prep week. So they won't actually have access to, they have access to the nutrition already. They get that as soon as they buy it, but those workouts will drop into BOD on July 19th. But starting July 9th, we will have that prep week and then rolling into Lift 4. If they don't, remember, if they don't buy the VIP early access, that's cool. They will still get it. They'll get it in October. Okay? We good with that? Go ahead, Beth.
No, sorry, I can't help myself. And if you don't know what a person needs, if they have BOD already, if they don't have BOD, please, please, please ask for help, because it is really confusing, and there's even top coaches that aren't sure what's going on. So if you have someone interested, you don't know what they need, what options, how to present it to them, please let us know.
And there is a great flow chart. I don't know if that's in our team page or not. Becky, can you make a little note? I'm sitting in my mother-in-law's house with a wicker desk that has nothing good in it. That's helpful. So can you just make a note to make sure that that flow chart's in there? But basically it says, are you a coach or a customer? Okay, so you would just follow, and you answer all these questions that get you to the right package for you or for your people. So we'll make sure that's in there. Okay, so the next exciting thing that we found out is that there will be a 2B Mindset certification. So if you are loving 2B Mindset, you have people that are loving 2B Mindset, you want to learn more about the ins and the outs, why this, why that, how this, how that. You want to be Alana for people, basically, is my sort of take on it. You can do this certification, which will be happening in September. Sorry, my children are calling me. Grandma, get it under control. So that will be in September. Basically, there will be, my understanding is there will be videos that you watch. There will be content that you will take in. You will, after that content, you will be able to schedule a one-on-one with Alana to ask her questions about anything that came up for you that you didn't totally understand. And then you take a certification exam. Once you pass that, then you are called a 2B Mindset mentor. So you can, let people know as you're talking to them about it that you know even more than everybody else. But the cool thing is certifications, if any of you have ever looked into them, are not cheap with Beachbody. But they're running this one on special. I don't know for how long, but it's only $99. So that's a steal of a deal. Even if you don't ever share it with anybody else, which would be a crying shame, but just for you to learn more for yourself. $99 for a one-on-one call with Alana, right? I don't know. Does that seem like a no-brainer to anybody else? Yeah. Okay. So that's sometime in September. So you have the general time. In October, they're taking Shift Shop and they're adding a little bit to it, and they're going to call it Shift Shop Proving Ground. I believe that the October date is a VIP early access. I think the whole thing, again, a few months down the road, will be on BOD. But if you want early access and you want an exclusive coach test group experience, that's October. But what it basically is the same 3 weeks of workouts, but he's adding in weekend workouts and pre-workouts that essentially help you prove how much ground you've made in that previous week's workout and helps you keep track of your progress. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that well enough? Those of you that were there listening. So it'll be Sean, obviously, or Chris, not Sean. I'm so excited. We'll get to that. It'll be Chris, exclusive coach test group. So that will be October, VIP early access. I don't know when it will drop on BOD for everybody. So then we get to Sean. So January, VIP early access coach test group for Sean T's new program, which is called Transform 20. And they are 20-minute workouts. I believe, I don't remember if they said 6 days a week is my guess. But it all incorporates a step. I'm sure they will sell an accessory bundle with a step, but they made a big deal that you really can use any step. If you have a step you like, if you find a step at Target, randomly Aldi sells stuff like that sometimes. Who the heck knows? Get a step. But that will be in January, and they're going to be rolling it out kind of like they did 80-Day Obsession. So in December, it will go on sale, and there will be just like a Little Obsessed, and just like before Lift 4, there will be a kind of preview workouts that we can do leading up to, I think he said January 14th is when it will be there for early access. How we doing? We're good? You guys, I'm on drugs, so just, okay, great. So, do you like me on drugs? Yeah? Becky's muted. I love it when Becky's muted and she tries to talk. It's my favorite. Okay, so those are all the very specific programs that you will probably want to run by yourself, with a success partner, with your upline. What are you laughing at, Jessica? Is there a chat going on that I'm not seeing? No. What are you laughing at? You're distracting me.
I apologize. I was laughing at the cuteness happening in the corner of my screen with Monica and her husband.
Oh, is Army there?
Yes.
Tell him to say hi. Tell him I want to see his face. Okay.
I'm not sure about Jen on drugs. I'm not sure about this.
Okay, so these are all programs for Becky and I. We are going to be running exclusive groups for people who are doing these specific programs. So we will have a Lift 4 group. It will be in the app. It will be called VIP because people will have had to purchase the VIP early access. They will have to be a purchasing customer. We're going to do the same thing with Shift Shop Proving Ground. We're going to do the same thing with Transform 20. There will also be moments in between there that we might have 3 weeks and we'll run a 21-day fix extreme exclusive group. Only people that are doing that program. Does that make sense? Those are always going to happen in the app. But we recognize that there are people that aren't going to be doing those programs and that need encouragement. They need people to walk with them. They need accountability. So we'll be opening tomorrow our wellness community. We talked about this a few calls back, where anytime that you have a challenger that is starting out, whether they're going to do one of these app, VIP, whatever groups or not, you're going to put your new challengers into this wellness community. It's going to be their introduction to our fit family. You're going to introduce them. You're going to tell them, you're going to tag them in the files that sort of just give the basics that you would maybe give at the beginning of a group. They're going to watch a welcome video. They're going to see all the Shakeology recipes. They get to stay in there as long as they want. If they want to, that's on Facebook. If they want to take themselves out because they're like, you people are crazy, no, thank you, that's fine. They can leave. But they also can stay in there and they can come on over when they want to do Lift 4. Do that on the app. That Facebook group is still going to be there for them when they're done. They go right back in there and they can have continuous support. Becky and I will be talking to our downline coaches that would like to participate, but our plan is that anybody who wants to add value into this group, we'll just give you a day and we'll say, hey, Tuesday's your day. You just get to add value in whatever form you want on Tuesdays, whenever you want, however you want. If you want to make a poll and see what people did that day, great. If you read something awesome in your PD, Great. Share it. Tuesday's your day. So if you're thinking of something on Wednesday, write it down so you can share it with us on Tuesday. Does that make sense?
But then also, if the spirit moves, you want to add value, you can add value. And the big reason that Jen and I have been talking about this is because, we've been talking about this is because we know that some of the newer coaches that are just discount or just hobby coaches, they feel a little bit overwhelmed. How do I get somebody started? How do we give them support? And that's why we're creating this, especially because we have times in our business or times in our lives where we don't have as much ability to check in with our groups as we might want to. That's why we want to have this community here. So Jen and I will also be going through all of our customers from the past and putting them in here and inviting them to this community, and they can take themselves out if they want. And so we'll be putting in, when we're doing the VIP groups, when, we'll be sharing about beach bars, we'll be sharing about Energize and Recover, about other things that we're using as a way to provide more value to them and things that might be able to enhance their wellness.
Yep. So as a new coach, you don't have to feel like you have to go out and run groups by yourself. You are absolutely free to do that. But if that is something that's overwhelming to you, but you have a couple people that are interested in joining you in some capacity, this is a great place for you to put them and for them to be encouraged and to kind of get a feel of what our coaching team is like, what our community of women and a splattering of men is like. So we're hoping that will be a really positive thing in a way that newer coaches feel confident inviting people and have a place to put them. But then also we will have these VIP groups that we'll announce in that group that other coaches can join as well and bring their people as well. And we can also, we were talking about this in the car on the way back from Summit, if we are all inviting to Transform 20 in this group and we've got like 80 people who want to do it, we might pair off and do 2 groups of 40. But all that stuff we can sort of figure out as coaches, but just let our people know what opportunities are out there. Or if you have no desire or no ability to do Transform 20, like my mom's going to watch this video. She's not doing Shanti. She'd probably murder me if I tried to make her do Shanti, but she might randomly run into somebody in her condo building who wants to do Shanti. Well, she can be confident that there are coaches who are going to love on her people in that group, and she's got a place to put them. So hopefully that makes sense. Obviously we were talking in the car, and there's all sorts of little kinks that can come up. We're trying this out. We're hoping that it'll work, that it'll be a great place for people to connect with each other. But we'll see. Any questions about that? Okay. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is, as we're talking about adding people to this wellness community, one of the things that came up over and over again, and Jacqueline can attest to this, and Joe and Jesslyn, we have no business unless we are inviting people to join us. Like, that's the whole point of this, right? Is that we're on a journey. We invite people to come alongside of us and do it with us. We walk together. We recognize them for the great things that they're doing. And then we hope they pay it forward, right? Like, that's just sort of the rolling ball of this business. But so if we're not inviting people to join us, then what are we doing, right? So I have a little, we were talking, well, in one of the sessions, somebody said, in order to hit Success Club every month, you need to pretty much invite 100 people every month to hit Success Club. And there was all sorts of, I don't remember the math of it all, but someone just summed it up in 100 people. So the former second grade teacher in me saw the 100 chart that you would give to your kids for all sorts of activities and thought, well, what if everybody just gets a 100 chart? And for the month, and those of you overachievers, we're going to do this for the remainder of June, which is like, I don't even know what date it is. I don't even know what day it is. It's June 26th. So you have 4 more days. If you can invite 100 people by June 30th, then you get everybody. So here's the deal. Here's the 100 chart. Just in case, you don't know what a 100 chart looks like. I have one here ready for you. I got to get rid of all this other nonsense. So look, it says invite 100 to join you. I will put this in our team page. You print this little bad boy off. It's really not that complicated. And when you invite person number 1, you write the name. When you invite person number 2, you write here. On and on until you get all the way to 100. If no, just cross their name off If number 2 doesn't get back to you, you know you haven't crossed them off yet, or you haven't starred them because they purchased, and you're going to follow up with them. So it's a real kind of a mini tracking system as well. But you're basically writing the names of the 100 people that you're inviting as you invite them. And then you can also keep track on here of if someone purchases, if someone says, can you check with me later? If someone says, please don't ever message me again. That's not really no, that just means check back later. I mean, if they like swear at you, maybe you shouldn't, but. So at the end of every single month, anybody who turns that in, I have to look at my notes now because I don't want to say this wrong. Okay, so this is how you're going to get prizes, but maybe I wrote all this down.
Can you tell we like prizes? Can you guys tell?
We work for prizes, so we're offering you all sorts of prizes. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. At the end of every month, we're going to tally up all these like entries that you have. So these are the ways that you can get your name in the pot at the end of the month. So write all this down because you're going to want your name in there, right? A lot of times. If at the beginning of the month, you post your goals within the first week of the month, you post your goals. They can be personal goals. They can be business goals. They can be goals about reading your Bible every day. Whatever goals you have, post them. They don't have to be a pretty graphic. They can be. Whatever floats your boat. Becky loves pretty things, so she makes up all sorts of nonsense. I get overwhelmed by that, and I might just type them in because, that doesn't do anything for me. But Becky, it does things for her.
See,
so,
I did old school Sharpie and paper. Are you proud of me?
I am proud of you. So, okay. So you will get your name one time into the drawing at the end of the month if you have put your goals in at the beginning of the month. So far, so good? Okay. No, wait. I lied. You get it once in. I was typing on my phone. You get it entered in once if you turn in your 100 chart with all the names. You get it twice if you had put in your goals at the beginning of the month. Every time you sell a challenge pack, which gets you SC points, you will get it in 3 times. Following so far? So your 100 invites, when that gets turned in at the end of the month, that's 1. Your goals at the beginning of the month, that gets you 2. Selling a challenge pack is 3. And if you hit SC 5, then we're going to put your name in 5 more times. Okay? So you could potentially have your name in there a crap ton of times. If you just keep selling challenge packs and you hit SC and you do your 100 thing and you do your goals and all that. And, it's math. The more times your name is in there, the more likely it is we will pick it.
And I'm sorry, where do we do this at?
In our team page. So you can just put your goals right in our team page at the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, you can snap a picture of your 100 chart with all the names in it and all the things you've drawn all around what everybody said to you. Also in our team page, anytime you sell a challenge pack, put a GIF or do a video of you dancing or whatever and tell us you sold a challenge pack because that's the only way you're going to get those points. If you hit SC, we're going to celebrate the crap out of you. So tell us, but we don't get to do that unless you tell us. So all those things go right in the team page and we get to celebrate you. We get to cheer for you. If you're only on 50 and you're like, you guys, I don't even know who to ask, post it. And we'll be like, have you thought of the garbage man? I don't know who we'll ask, but that's what we are, you guys. We're a community to support each other and to encourage each other and to give each other ideas and to pick each other up when we've fallen down and we want to just be done. Because quite frankly, Becky and I would have been done a long time ago if she didn't pick me up, and she would have been done a long time ago if I didn't pick her up. And that's what we want this team to be for everybody. So that is, now obviously nobody posted their goals at the beginning of June because they didn't know this. Nobody has been ringing the bell for their challenge pack. So nothing starts until now. So from right this moment, you can give us your goals for the last 4 days of June. That'll count. You can ring the bell on a challenge pack when you sell it. If you hit SC, let us know. You get those 100 names and let us know. There will be a prize for June. And then you'll have a full month to do it in July, and on and on and on it goes. Becky.
No, I was just trying to think, would it be easier for people if I like pinned a post to say check in here with all of that, or do people just want to be putting it in the page?
I say just put it in the page. And you know what? Put it in the page and tag Becky and I.
So that we know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Tag one of us
And
or both of us. It doesn't really matter. But yep.
And I just added the link to the wellness community for those of you that Jen was talking about that before. So over the next few days, I'll be working on adding people in there, and Jen, I will eventually get a welcome video. But just wanted you guys to know that that was up. And the other thing too, if you're like 100 people by the end of the month, this is a free group, and guess what? Everybody needs water, and who doesn't like to learn about being happier? If you do a post on your page, and I bet if you go through your friends list on Facebook, you could make the list of 100 people. And this is what I have to be more efficient with my time. I made a voice message that was general, and it was energetic, and it shared about how excited I was for this group, and I forwarded it to 100 people today, you guys. And that took me maybe 3 minutes. And all of those people are going to be in the group that respond and have value added to them. So it feels like a lot of people, but I promise you can do that.
Yep. And then you'll have a tracking system, and it's one page, and it's a place to start. And at some point you might be ready for a more intense tracking system, but quite frankly, that'll work for now. If you have nothing, that is better than nothing. And you write their name, and you know that they haven't said yes and they haven't said no. So you have to follow up, or they said no. So, and when you have printed out 4 in a row and you write August on one of them, you're going to write that person's name on that one. So you're going to invite them again in a couple months. So I think it's going to be amazing how far you can move your business forward by simply inviting 100 people. So who's up for the challenge? Yay. Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you about, they announced at Summit, you probably got an email about it, but they usually do what's called a team cup after Summit. And this year, sorry, I get like really sweaty. Is that normal, Monica? Tell me I'm okay. 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 They do a team cup after Summit where you work with the team and you work together to earn Success Club points, and there are prizes. Well, what they're doing is a little different. In July, they're doing something called Beat Your Best. So you should have gotten an email that told you your best within the last year, what your best month was as far as Success Club points. So the month that you earned the most, and it should have told you that number. So your goal is to beat that number. I don't remember. There's a way to get a bronze and a silver and a gold medal. You're winning medals. Does anybody remember the differences? I could look back at my email if I can find it. But if anybody knows off the top of their head, wants to just jump on in.
You mean what the prizes are?
No, the prizes are medals. I mean, there it is. Okay. What gets you the different medals? So if you qualify for Success Club 5 and you beat your best by 1 to 4 points, you get the bronze medal. So did you all get an email? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes, no? Okay, so I got an email. When did I get this? Yesterday at 2:25 p.m. It's from Team Beachbody Coach. So it tells me what my highest number of SC points earned. So if I earn that plus 1 to 4, I get a bronze medal. If I earn that plus 5 to 9 more, I get a silver, and 10 or more than what my best was gets me a gold medal. Then it tells you how many of your personally sponsored coaches have hit SC, like your very best month. So if you had 3 PS coaches hit SC, it'll say 3. And if you want to get a star medal, you qualify for Success Club 5 or higher, and you beat your personal best. So if your personal best was 3 personally sponsored coaches hitting SC, you need to get 4. And that gets you a star medal. So if you're into medals, July is your month because you can earn a lot of medals. I have a cork board. This isn't my office. It's my mother-in-law's house. But in my office, I have a cork board with things, all the things Beachbody gives that are not bobbleheads. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that thing, but what's that, Jesslyn? I hear you. I see you talking, but I can't hear you.
I'm just laughing because we were talking about bobbleheads.
Yes, but Joel is bobblehead. I'm not sure I'm gonna do.
Probably bobblehead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, in July, the goal is to beat your best. So you're working against yourself to beat your best. So if you didn't get that email, hopefully it'll come, or maybe it came and you missed it and you need to search for it. But our inviting 100, I think, is going to help us to do that. So that's the last thing that I had on my agenda. So Becky, was there anything?
Well, I want to give Jacqueline a chance to share something, but we did good on time. But there's still time in this month to hit SC if that's a goal of yours. Sorry. And the Success Club prize this month is a call with Rachel Hollis, the author of Grow Wash Your Face, which is way more motivating to me than a bobblehead. So just know that there are still 4 whole days, and there's still a lot of people out there. And on Sunday night in the group, that will still be June, won't it? Sunday night still June?
No, Saturday is June.
Man.
Have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February.
Whatever.
Drugs.
So,
I'm going to mute myself.
Good idea. So maybe I'll do it on Saturday. One of the things we often do in our free groups is we just let people know we're so glad that they were there. If they want any continued support, reach out to the coach that invited them. And then what we encourage you to do is keep track of everybody you invited to the free group this weekend, and then to follow up with them. What they'd like to, what they got out of it, if you could check in with them in 21 days, see if this practice is still going well for them, if they're looking for any continued support, blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense? Okay. Is there anybody here that does not have SC? Is anybody here that's going for SC this month? That's a goal they have. Either have it or going for it. Jesslyn, where's your hand? Oh, raise your hand.
How many SC do you have to get the call?
You have to have SC5, so you have to help 3 people get started with a challenge pack or HD Shakeology, anything on HD, or HD 3 boxes of bars. If someone orders 3 boxes of bars on HD, and remember, and this is basic, but I sometimes forget it myself, is that anybody that orders any product from you, always have them order on HD. Even if they're having a panic attack, they're going to get it the next month, because you get your SC points. You put a reminder in your calendar to follow up with them and see if they want it again or not. Does that make sense? Okay. And the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to ask Jacqueline to say something, is that, you know, a couple of us have been doing this a couple years, a couple people, a couple months. The fear that we have of rejection is a self-defeating belief. It's just something that we believe can happen. But I promise you, and maybe you guys can attest to this, I've been inviting people for 2.5 years, and I have never had somebody say, ooh, you're mean. Why are you inviting me to this? Leave me alone, you crazy person. I had one person who I met said, oh, you friended me because you're a Beachbody coach, you want me to buy stuff. I said, well, actually, I friended you because we have children the exact same age and they play sports together. But I promise I will never invite you to anything I do with Beachbody. That's what I said to her. Guess who bought something last summer? So you guys never know what impact you're going to have on people or how you could possibly bless them. Do not discount your ability to love on somebody. You might be exactly the person they need to hear from. And I'm going to stop talking because you know I'll get soapboxy. So Jacqueline, we'd love to have you share a little bit about your takeaway from Summit, what you liked about it, and why you're going back next year.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes, okay. So why I came to Summit basically was to just get a broader knowledge of the business side. I've been with Beachbody for several years, but I wasn't quite in it. And I found a program that worked for me, and it really changed everything. And I didn't know much about the business side other than what, you know, my coach Jessica told me. And I wanted to know things for myself, at least somewhat. You know, I'm still a new coach, but I came because I wanted to see what Beachbody was all about. And I'm so glad I did because it just kind of validated for me personally kind of everything I thought it was, but I didn't really know for sure if this is something that I could actually pursue full time. I eventually want to do it full time. I'm trying to figure it out with my schedule, how I can really do this. And going to Summit just kind of put into perspective how many amazing coaches and what we can do for other people. And just being around everyone this weekend, it was truly amazing, and I'm so glad I went. And the things I took away actually the most was the closing ceremony. I think just because I got to see how real people get success from these programs and the nutrition plans. And then if you follow, what they tell you to do, you will get results. And I think that's why people gravitate a lot towards Beachbody, is because they need something to change them personally. Like, I know for me, like, I came in needing to lose weight. I wasn't like eating properly. Like, I needed something to change me. And it's right there in front of you. If you follow the programs and you find one that you really like, you can end up loving it. And especially if you have a good coach, I realized, I mean, why can you not love Beachbody? I don't know. I'm very excited to come back to Summit because I found out I love Team Beachbody. I don't know. I took away a lot, though. I personally just learned a lot, just little things, and just how like top coaches are very humble. They're very just straightforward, and they tell you how, they were sitting where I was. Like, I didn't know anything. I'm just a coach. I'm not even Emerald yet. I'm getting there. You really have to work hard, and you can't just sit back and be like, yeah, I'm going to be a Beachbody coach and I got this. You really have to work hard. You have to know the business. You have to know the people you're working for. You have to know like their needs, because it's not really about us. It's about us and the fact that we need to stay healthy too, but it's more about like the other people's journeys that we're trying, like their journeys. It's more important because it's our job to help them. So what I've learned is just, how we can do that, and how important Team Beachbody actually really is. I've never seen a company, like especially a fitness and health company, like it. I told my husband, I was like, it looks like the Academy Awards for, Team Beachbody. I was just blown away. I did not realize how amazing Beachbody is. So for me, it was just eye-opening. It was really inspiring, really informative. Top coaches tell you exactly how, they became successful. So I think anyone who even has like a spark of interest to be a coach should go. And I'm definitely coming back because I hope by next year I'll hit my goals and I can learn even more. So I appreciate all the coaches who came and have helped me and continue to do what they do, because it's truly life changing. So I think that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
What is that goal that you have next year?
Well, for one, just, I know it's not all about us, but I do want to really keep continuing to work on myself, because sometimes it's a daily struggle, just, finding how you're going to make it work for you and how you're going to work out every day. Coming back, I haven't been eating as healthy as I thought I would. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go in full force, but I really just need to, focus on my goals and refocus, because there's just so much going in. I'm tired, but yeah, see, what was the question? Sorry, I'm tired.
You said you had to be there next year because you had a certain goal.
Yeah, and for sure, I want to help a lot of people. I know a lot of people say this. I really want to just hit diamond, be focused, help other coaches really you know, maybe get where I needed to be, and they can help other people with that in that sense, and just
Pay it forward.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. And if you guys don't know, if you're ready to buy your ticket for Summit and you don't know how, just message one of us, ask in the team page. There was a post at some point, search Summit. You can Google Beachbody Summit 2019. The page will come up. It says register now, but don't let, the internet being confusing stop you if that's a problem for you. Because if you're watching, don't let the internet being confusing stop you.
Yeah, and so Jen and I, we've invited both of our moms to come to Summit next year because they're both coaches, and they think that,
they're too old.
And we're trying to convince them that, I'm not trying to convince them, telling them that they're not. Another thing I want to share to you, I know, even for me, I'm like $130. I'm like, oh yeah, that it's totally worth it. The two speakers that were the keynote speakers, they got paid between 20 and 40 grand to talk for 90 minutes. So if you think the value of the speakers are going to be just whatever, they're not. And it's in Indianapolis again. So for those of you, at least the Michigan people, will be driving, and we already booked some hotel rooms, the same place that we stayed, walking distance to everywhere. Even just going to Indy for a weekend and having these great learning, personal development, even if you have no idea where you're going to be as a coach, will not be time wasted. I promise you that. And if you are coaching and you're making money in this business, you get to write it all off, which is not free. In case you were wondering, my husband keeps reminding me of that. That's not free, Becky. But so if you started a new business, you'd have to get a loan from a bank and you'd be in the hole, right? None of us are in the hole because all we did was invest in our wellness with the challenge pack, right? And in ourselves. So if you want this business to grow, you want this to be something that's going to bless you and other people in your family, investing in it to be at Summit, I promise will be something that you will never regret. I've never heard someone say that was a waste to go to Summit.
It's true. The last thing that I want to just share, and then we will sign off because we're almost at an hour, is that some of us are in what's called the Morning Movers group, which originally was opened for us to work out together in the morning for those people. We started it in one challenge group, and if any of the challengers were morning workout people, we added them to this message thread, and we have a Zoom link, and everyone kind of pops on at different times in the morning to work out. And it's really awesome. And if you're not in that Morning Movers message thread where the Zoom link is kind of reposted sporadically, and you would like to be in that, let us know, because we are also sort of adding to it. We're going to continue letting our challengers know about it. But those of us coaches who want to get a designated power hour done early in the morning before our children drive us crazy, we've been getting on and doing our power hour on that Zoom and then working out. So I don't know what your schedule is like. Maybe you would work out and then you would do your power hour. But if being on a call like this, we're muted, we barely talk to each other or even look at each other, but just knowing that someone else, I know that I shouldn't hit snooze because Joe is going to be there and I want to beat her onto that Zoom. So I don't hit snooze because I'm going to get there and we're going to sit there and not even talk to each other other than hi, and we get our power hour done and then we work out. So if that's something that would be helpful for you or any of your coaches, please feel free to share that. It did start as a challenger workout sort of platform. And we won't talk about the power hour in that Morning Movers thread, but just so that you know that that Zoom is available. I get on, my goal is to get on around 5:45 each morning and do my work Eastern. Sorry, Jess. And then do my work and then my workout 7-ish. Becky, though, she gets on at 6:30, works till 7:30. So it's kind of a rolling thing. So there's not a certain time you have to jump on. You might jump on and nobody's on. Stay on. Somebody might jump on that just needs to see your smiling face. It doesn't do anything to your computer to have Zoom on while you're working. It's not hurting anything. You just might possibly be an encouragement to somebody else. So I will make sure that I post that in our team page so that you have that Zoom link. And if you want to get into the Morning Movers message thread, which was where we really just talk about our workouts in the morning, I would be happy to add you to that. I think a lot of you are in that already, but if you're not, just let me comment on the Zoom link and let me know you want to be in the message thread and I can add you. But just another level of, as we're trying to invite 100 people, you know, you need to have a designated time to sit down and do that if you're going to get it done. You're not going to get it done if you don't take time to do it. Like, it's just pretty basic. And if you have that set time each day, it will happen. And if you'll move your business forward.
Yeah, and like even Jen the other day, she did her half-hour power hour and her workout. She had to get her kids somewhere, and then she scheduled into her day the other 30 minutes. Like, life happens. This morning I didn't get up, and I had to do it all later. I chose to. So it's like, this is just a goal that we're putting out there, because what all of the coaches that have made a business of this have said is that if you don't schedule business hours, you don't have a business. If you want to be a hobby coach, awesome, great, get your college paid for, you know, do your wellness journey. But if you want to change people's lives, not just with their wellness, but the chance for them to be able to help other people and bless their family, this is how we do it. And Jen and I think Monica and Jessica and I can all attest to this, that we were scared to share the coaching opportunity, and we saw it as something that would bug people. And I keep saying to myself, it's the best opportunity. It is something that if it hadn't been shared with us, none of us would be here. So and if someone doesn't want to be in it, who cares? That's fine. They're missing out. But don't not share it with them simply because of your fear of what they might say or what they might think. And I think it's cool that we're going to be doing our power hour, because I think some of our challengers on there are going to be curious about what we're doing. We'll be able to say to them, oh, we're connecting with more people that we get to help and bless.
Yeah.
How cool is that, right? Anyways.
Yep. Well, so that was a ton of information for tonight. Does anybody have any questions? And there's not a single dumb question about any of that. Hopefully you took lots of good notes. You know what you can do to get prizes. You know what you can do. Becky took notes of all the things I have to do because I didn't have paper. But does anybody? Jess. A great shirt, by the way. Where'd you get that?
Thanks. You like it?
Did you get that at Summit?
I did. Cute, right?
Cute.
I was just gonna add on to what you said earlier about when you have challenge groups up and running, and anybody is welcome to put those people in there. I know when you first start and you're trying to get people in your groups and you don't know how to start a group, but you want to get started, if that makes any sense. Or you may only have one person or two people and you don't know how you're going to start a challenge group for one or two people. Anyone on this team will let you put your people in their group. So don't feel like you have to be, have 10 people to start a challenge group or whatever. Anyone on this team will let you put them in there. And I cannot say enough that they need a place to be. So if you bring someone in or someone buys something from you, the beauty of what we are and how we work is by supporting them. And it's not about, oh, I just made money off that person because I sold them a challenge pack. It's how are you going to continue to support that person? Because we all know that people who get results and have the love and support from everybody around them, then they stay, right? Because they feel supported by the community, they're loved by us, they actually continue on their health and wellness journey instead of just doing it for a short amount of time and then quitting. So I just want to encourage anybody who's out there, if you have somebody and they got started with a challenge pack or bot or anything, there's always a place to put them if you don't have a place for them at that moment. So if you have to ask one of us or, buddy up with another person on this team, just know that we're all here for you so that everybody we bring in is supported. And we're not going to steal your people from you because that's not what it's about. It truly is loving everybody. So I just wanted to kind of piggyback on that. And I do mine a little bit different, but everybody is welcome to pick anybody on this team to,
yeah, and use our team page that hey, I've got this person who wants to do this program. Is anybody leading a group? I mean, do not be afraid to post in our team page. It's not there for Becky or I or Jess or Monica to just post inspirational things every so often or just give you information. I mean, that's part of it. We want to help encourage you and inspire you and give you the information you need, but that's not the only part of the team page. We want you to be able to interact with each other and help each other. And we want it to be a community and a family and all those things we were talking about before. So don't be afraid to post. Okay? I want to take a picture before we go. Why is it always so dark? Okay. Everybody smile. Oh, now I'm not in it because I moved my screen. You guys, I need to go to bed. Okay. Smile again. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys. I probably could have stopped recording before I took the picture, but oh, one last thing. This is very important before you go. Next Tuesday is July 3rd. You may be on vacation. I don't know what you're doing on July 3rd. We will not have a team call like this, but we are hoping to have another coach named Megan. She's an elite coach. She's awesome at Instagram. She is most likely going to be going live in our team page sometime Tuesday night, July 3rd. So if you can hop on live, that would be awesome. It would help her to know that people are there and watching. If you can't, it's obviously it's a holiday-ish, July 3rd. I don't really know what day people are taking off, but if you can't, that's fine. It will be on the team page for you to watch later. But she has some amazing ideas and does things in ways that I never would have thought of. So it will be.
And she's got like 4 kids under the age of like 5, and she works outside that full time, and she's been coaching like a second longer than me. So she's got great things, and she loves Jesus, and she's cool.
Yeah.
So you'll want to watch it.
And she still drinks wine. So all the things that I would love about a person. Sorry.
What time is she planning to go live? Do you know?
I don't know yet. So when I get a confirmation, we talked about it at a bowling alley in Indianapolis, and I think it's happening, but I just need to confirm, and I will get a time and I will post about it in our team page. But I wanted you to just know that it will be different than our normal team call because she prefers going live on Facebook. So that's the plan. And I hope you all have a fantastic holiday and summer and life. And I'm going to go to bed now because you guys are the best.
So see you in the water group this weekend with all your 100 friends.
Oh, yeah, you have 4 days.
Bye, everybody.